Hello and welcome to Goa 365's Face to Face. We've just finished with the budget the other day, and Goa 365 had a discussion with sections of the industry. However, we could not talk to GSIA due to logistical reasons, let's say. So today with us on our program is the president of the Goa State Industries Association, Damodar Kochkar. Damodar Bab, welcome to our show.
Good evening.
Damodar Bab, I would like to begin by saying, okay, I'm sure now there has been time. So how did you like the budget? What are your feelings about the budget? We'll go into detail.
See, actually regarding budget, I was not expecting the full-fledged budget in the first place because he was sworn in the 2 days before. Okay. And there was no time for him to take the feedbacks. Though I had sent him our requirement. GSI requirement was sent to him on by WhatsApp, of course, because officially he was not. We couldn't meet him. Nor the other ministries were formed. Till now the portfolios are not given. So we were expecting that it would be kind of a pass of budget. But when he put up the budget to mostly what certain things we appreciated, like what we had said that last time there was a lot of corruptions and all these things. So he tweeted that the grievance cells will be tightened up, 100% transparency will be given. Then the people in government who are not willing to work fast, they will be given a VRS. So we welcome that part of it. But overall, regarding what we were asking, like how industry should function, what are the needs of this industry, that is not addressed as a whole. Okay. That was my thing.
Oh, but now तुम्ही म्हणता that no, the grievance cell they have tightened up. Now tightened up is a big thing. Second thing, 100% transparency. How, leaving aside, I'm not really talking about the common man, but how can industry keep a check on this? How is it possible to actually know that this is going to be implemented? Because ultimately the devil is always in the detail. It is not
But see, certain things after budget, what I would like to specifically say, yesterday they came out with that TCP thing. This kind of loopholes actually everybody knows. This needs to be plugged. Okay. After that, I also told CS about few loopholes in GIDC. So he immediately reacted and he said, I'll block that.
Sort it out.
Yeah. So when we respond to particular loophole, we expect that government should proactively act and put it off. Okay, that is what we are expecting now from this government.
Okay. So now what about the budget? Now what are the things that you liked about the budget or you didn't like, or what overall?
No, what I not that I liked or not liked, but what happened, it's like a exaggerated thing, like the expenditure what he has put up. I am not sure whether the revenue will come that much. He has given allotted funds to various things, and like some of person spoke about many populistic things like 3 cylinders free. This was not necessary right now, what I felt, because we need to see how the revenue will be increased. Mining is closed, so the strong steps has to be done. He made a provision that 360 crores will come, 650 crores are considered from the mining.
That's because of the e-auction.
E-auction of the dumps, you mean to say. Yes. So the other mining, when it will come? The corporation is formed. I think more than 6 months have passed, the corporation has formed. But something has to be done on that ground. Even tourism is not picking up. So only GDP contribution was from the industries, almost 40% last time in the revenue generation. So we should not neglect that industry. Whatever the genuine grievances are there should be addressed, and we should look at why new investments are not coming. These things we have to see closely and act accordingly.
Now, everybody talks about this ease of doing business. To me, earlier also, I'll go into the other details of you. I know you have written a letter to the. No, those details I'll go into. But generally, everybody talks about like we have friends in business, not only in Goa, but even many other places. Like say, for example, people talk about Gujarat. They say Gujarat, you do something, it is that everything is taken care of. Anything has been taken care of, it has been taken care of once. Bakiche sogle throughout anything, you don't have to run after them. But in Goa, that system is not there. That ease of doing business, that transparency. Like you tell me, what does it mean to a lay person like me? And what should be done and what is not happening? Actually, without naming names.
So see, right from the first day when I took over as a GSIA, my thing was ease of doing business in a real sense. See, I'll tell you now. Now, what they have done, see, central government had given certain guidelines, whatever transaction that happens between the government and the public has to be put online. They had given that you first identify what are the transactions that happens between the common man or industrial, anybody with the government. So they listed out certain things, 450 transactions. So they gave in phase manner, you put on this. So they hired a consultant to do that. Okay. Now in case of Goa, I'll tell you what happened. In case of Goa, the online thing which was given was to jail. Okay, and everything was given to jail, which was not that compatible to do it. What they did, they put all online, but it was not functioning. See, we put a plan online, upload the thing, but the concerned department was not getting that. So he was asking for the physical copy.
So what's the point of
that is what I'm saying in a real sense when I say in a ease of doing business. See, so central what they did, first the grading of the thing was like they were tick marking. This activity is taken online, this is tick mark, and based on that all the states were graded. And Goa had come to 19 as far as ease of doing business was concerned. Subsequently, next year what they did, they changed the pattern of evaluation. They said they will take the feedback from the person who are satisfied with the online facility or that whether ease of business actually has propagated.
On real time, on ground.
On ground. Based on that, it came to 24.
I see. Okay. So improving, it went down.
It went down. So what we said, see, when you see all these activities are online, and if you are not getting the services within the stipulated period of citizen, whatever chartered, this is like timeline is given. Within the timeline, if you are not getting the services, then it makes no, it doesn't make sense. So that is why what we were saying that if jail is not able to take so much load, you give particularly at least the industry aspect like GIDC, factories and boiler, you float a separate tender and get a good players. It's not a rocket science and it's not difficult. Even in Goa we have very good programmers, professionals. You could float a tender and put it on, but still now it is not happening.
Okay. Now government is just formed, so hopefully we expect this to happen.
This to happen, but last 3 years also it was there. This government was there.
Correct.
Which didn't happen. So this time we are saying that you put one by one. The second point, what we are asking that every detail SOP should be there for whatever activity. Like file should move from this point to this point, this point to this point. Timeline should be marked. Now suppose you want to get a construction license. As per citizen chartered thing, they said that within 21 days you are supposed to get the license.
Or it is deemed.
But this deemed provision, it doesn't help us. See, when they say deemed, it means that you got it. Now suppose we got it, we need something on a paper, no?
Absolutely.
See, if we don't get a occupancy on paper, we cannot apply for the license, for the electrical connection, water connection. So that is, so deemed provision, we cannot say about 21 days my application is there. So that part is not incorporated in the online pattern.
So deemed based is a time pass?
It's now, right now it's time pass. So what we said, in a system, if you don't, if it doesn't happen, if they don't raise a query within that time, then the system should generate the order giving you the occupancy directly.
Okay.
Which they have not yet done. So it should be foolproof. No, now suppose now they have come up with a dashboard. If you see on a dashboard
TCP
of entire Goa online thing, they have put a dashboard. I was just going through the dashboard. Now sub-lease applications, 151 sub-lease applications have been
GIDC
has been put up online with GIDC. 25 are cleared. What happened to remaining? Where are the files? So dashboard should tell when the application was done, where it is stuck, which officer. If that officer is given allotted time of 3 days to clear that, if it is not cleared, MD should get a highlight. He should ask him question. Only when this happens, we can see that it is a transparent.
So we are talking about one issue.
I am talking just giving an example of this.
So this is lots of this type of issues. All departments.
All departments are there.
Small,
big, everything. See, factories and boiler. What we are coming across is GIDC is the main thing. Factories and boiler, fire, pollution control. Yeah, it takes time. No, see, the entrepreneur, suppose he starts a business, he doesn't get a time to go to this department daily and follow up for this. It should happen now. This is there online.
See the volumes. I'm just giving an example. I know it may be simplistic, but I'm giving an example of, say, Flipkart.
That's what.
Yeah. So Flipkart is huge.
Amazon, volume. You see.
Amazon, Flipkart, all these. Now the minute you send the order, they say, okay, accepted. Fine. Then it is
immediately it comes
dispatched, delivered. Then the OTP comes.
Yeah.
So you don't, and then if you want to check, they say, okay, you are basically talking about something like this.
I'm talking about that.
And these volumes are minuscule compared to that.
Compared to that, this is like a peanut,
So it is not difficult as such.
It's not difficult. People have used this system, and they have to be used for this purpose only. But I'll tell you simple thing. If we put a NOC for water connection, we have no chance to know where the file is. Forget about us. You ask MD or any person in that department. He says that jail is not pushing it to us. Jail is saying that we have to go to the. You tell me the programmer to find out where our application is. This is nonsense, no? It's like going to the programmer of the Amazon and trying to find out I had ordered this.
It is not that the person who is responsible is the department.
Yeah, so somebody has to take onus on them. They have so many IAS officers. You appoint one senior officer. See that this is done. It's not difficult for the government.
You talk about this ease of business,
basically this.
Yeah, ease of doing business as far as industry is concerned.
I am talking of industry. Everybody it is same, no? And you know why they don't want to make it transparent. Everybody knows why they don't want to make it transparent.
I don't know.
It's very clear. When the file, see earlier when physical thing was happening, we had to go and put a weight on that file to move. Now it has become electronically. We don't know where to put a weight.
You want to put weight or you want to put some grease? Just slips on that.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example which it came to me through somebody whom I know. I'll not name names and all that. It's about, and this is ease of doing. You spoke about water, no? So my suddenly yaad eli. So this person comes to me and says, "Are mazo udkacho meter choron elo." Full meter choron elo. And this was a few days before. I think now it's year ending and also they were closed. So he said, "What do you have to do?" So I spoke to somebody and they said, no, you have to make an application, but see, it has to be done within the next 2 days. Payment has to be done for the meter. Otherwise, then 6 days it's closed. So when that contractor told him, whoever had that, not contractor, the water guy, to close the tap, water was flowing, no? He said, no, hoop time lagta lo, this lagta le. In an emergency case. So that fellow said, no, it will be done within a day or so. So then this person went there, he put in the application. A in Nallalo, J in Nallalo. So then again he went in the evening, met him. They said, no, nobody is there to send the thing. Now, nothing was done. No amount was, the amount was not generated, letter was not generated. So now it's waiting 6, 7, 8 days. So this is, you're talking about industry, but this, I think this level for everybody, and even in emergency cases. Now, for example, if they had not got some, the guy to close the tap, water would have been flowing out. So this type of small issues is something that the government should be seized with.
Yeah, and it's not difficult. You see, we have seen how efficient government is there in certain cases.
Very efficient.
Very efficient.
Yeah.
If they take up on them, it can be done.
Absolutely.
It's not easy. It's not difficult, and they will get a detail about what revenue they are supposed to get. If you put everything on online, no, and click a button, you know how much revenue will be generated through this source. Everything you can get these days.
You everything done. Now, tell me, Damodar Babu, what made you write that letter to the government asking for certain things? We will get to infrastructure and budget, but what made you get into this?
Because see, when I became a president,
3 years back.
3 years back. 3 years back. Constantly I am getting complaints from industries, day night I get, and for silly thing, these people who have invested themselves so much, everything they have invested, they have taken loans, everything. It looks sad, these people have to go and beg for this kind of thing with the people. Like you want to construct a factory, you are putting your entire money in that. And this like casual approach, your meter is gone.
Attitude.
You come tomorrow. You come after 5 days. This doesn't make sense. See, if somebody has to come and work, you have to be very prompt. Because our meter is running, their salary is assured.
At the end of the month, their meter also runs.
Their meter runs, but government is managing with loan, anything.
And the DA is increased now, central government.
Yeah.
34%.
But you should see our thing, what we are going through.
Ultimately, one thing that everybody should realize, it is the business that pays for the money that is being spent by even if the government takes a loan. Now we have got huge 20,000 whatever, and some of it is coming due within next 3 years.
Yeah.
So even if everything is paid, money ultimately comes from business.
Right.
From where is the money going to come? So if business is not taken care of, it's going to be tough for revenues to come up. No? That is the new way. The older way was, I think, a little different when the priorities not
older way was what was happening. See, when the mining and all was there was surplus funds with them, and they could spend it. Now it's not a case. See, if you see the last budget, what they have budgeted, everything is not fulfilled. IDC was budgeted 10 crore for the roads. Last minute after fighting, maybe March, just before March, they released 5 crore. You might have seen the agitation in Kurnaim industrial estate.
Yes.
People are, industry people are saying if they cannot do, we'll put money and do the roads.
That also they are not.
Yeah, I told them you wait till the code of conduct is there, till the file is not clear. For silly reason. Now yesterday I spoke to industry secretary. He said I'll clear. Because again in that also loophole was there.
Okay.
See, when you tender, what is happening? This is applicable for PWD also. If anybody quotes a tender below up to 20% lower than the estimated, you can
directly.
So everybody quotes below 20%, and then the power is given to that person to decide who is should give the tender to whom, and then he negotiates. Whoever pays him more, he gives the tender to him. These loopholes we need to remove from the system.
Absolutely, totally. But possibly it will be difficult because the mentality only is like that.
But why that mentality has come? Because you have seen how much money people are investing to get elected. It has become a business now.
Absolutely.
So when they invest, they have to get it back.
But it's true, I agree. In some ways, I don't agree. I think there are lots of ways where you can. But this is like, this is basically what you would do is you would kill the goose which laid the golden egg.
Yeah.
People are going to leave, no?
Yeah.
So
that has happened.
I want to know one thing. Now, there are a lot of industrial estates. Now, the new industrial estates are supposed to be coming up. But in the old industrial estates, are people not closing down and going home because they cannot run their business?
Yeah.
Is it happening?
Yeah, some things are happening. See, like during the COVID period, many industries got directly affected.
I guess, but it's not difficult if you really put your mind to it and put a roadmap and ensure that all.
So we tried from our side, GSIA side, we made a committee. We told our people if you have any genuine problem, then we made a group and discussed and try to work out how we can support him coming out of it. Okay. If he cannot run, then how we can help him to sell it. Now these things can also be done at the GIDC level.
Should be done.
Because maximum people approach them for a new plot. Now this guy is suppose in a trouble, he can put it online that I have a problem, I have a property sale. GIDC can help and do that connection.
Okay, so what is your wish list? Okay, now the budget rule. What is your wish list for now? This government is another 5 years are left. Okay, you are in business. You've been in business for so long. You are influential.
Yeah.
So, what you feel for India or Goa? Sorry, India later, but Goa to reach some level of industrialization, for industry to be prosperous, so that not only industrialists and then the employees and then also the government, the money generations. What should we do? What is your wish list?
See, if this entire thing has to function smoothly, you know.
And a roadmap, sort of.
So first thing we have to come out with an industrial policy, which till now Goa doesn't have. They have put a draft policy which was never notified finally. Then you should clearly say, see, other states have a policy online. So any industry comes here, they know which industries are welcome, what benefit they are getting. Our land is more. We don't have that kind of power to get other, because here GST also we cannot give them much of a thing. Tax is going. Maharashtra government can give them GST rebate on certain thing. They can go this. But here what I am saying, if everything is made clean, we were talking about single window IPB, which never happened.
But it's there, IPB is there, no?
IPB is there.
But
see, IPB is giving in principle letter to you.
Which is useless.
That is, you have to just put in a frame. Every department, you have to go personally with the application.
Then what is the point of that IPB?
That is what I am saying. See, what I am saying, we have to make a system in which once that person approaches somebody that he is willing to invest, like how you were talking about Gujarat. If you just utter a word and put an application, they will call you.
I know.
And they will ask you what you want, what help you want. This is our plot. See, all the plots are put online. Our plots are in hiding. They will negotiate. You want this plot, then I will, this kind of. You put online, no, these are the plots available. People who want to sell their plots, who doesn't want to, those plots also should come there if they are given back.
First is land, then next.
Once the land is there, he knows where. Then add all the application, power, electric, water connection, how much load he needs. If he puts in a project report, the evaluation body has to evaluate whether that power can be given to him. If it can be given, when it can be given. Because now what happens, if you want to get a connection and a power load, for that also there is a separate tax.
Yes, I know.
Everybody knows.
People keep on calling, and then you have to call up the individual department, ministers, because
what I am saying, if you make this easier, if you make all this procedure easier, and if you put that they have to come to only one agency, and that agency should be given power, because now
everything else.
The IPB was there, but there was not power to them. Now we amended the IPB Act again. I am also part of IPB, but still we have to give it some teeth to it.
Ensure that all
these clearance are
so department don't create problem. Departments create problem.
And we don't have to just talk on it. We have to implement it very fast. We are talking about IPB right from Parrikar's time, and which is not a even this current CM, when the Vibrant Goa thing was there, he said within 30 days all permissions will be given.
Nothing happened.
Actually, where it is happening, not happening, no.
Interesting. So basically, ease of doing business is that this is just the beginning, I think. So let's see what happens, because if not, I think at least industry in Goa is going to be still quite headless, and big industries won't come. We'll be more into these gadas
already
and restaurants.
For the expansion and all, people are moving out.
They're not getting it.
Even IFB for the expansion, they tried that this project, but finally they went to Maharashtra.
That is very sad. I hope this doesn't happen. So, Damodar, we have almost we have run out of time. It is quick. So, we'll continue this. I think maybe after a few months again, we'll check what is the situation, whether it has changed or not. Because ultimately, the government has to realize business has to succeed.
Yeah.
People, not only the businessman has to make money, the people who are employed with the business has to make money, or and the government also will make money if they make money.
Yeah.
Or Goans will end up in Paris
So we have asked now that all industry minister and the chairman of the IDC has to be some sensitive person who knows about, who is sensitive to the industry issues.
Yes, hopefully that happens.
Yeah,
And
if
it's
that
not
happens,
just
then the things
political
can,
issues.
yeah.
Thanks, Damodar Babu. Thank you. It was a pleasure hosting you. I think for the first time we've had direct. Thank you very much. Now this is, before I end, this is an interesting thing because ultimately it is survival for not only tourism and not only mining. Mining, I don't know, because our grades are very low. I don't know how much it can be. So industry, we have good types of industry which can be welcomed, types of which can grow. Pharma is a huge industry in Goa. But as you said, expansion again is a problem. Government has to look into this and basically walk the talk, as they say. Thanks for watching and keep watching Goa 365.